We just had some new members added to the 310 production team. Guys, make some noise for Ken and Erica! We're gonna be helping out with production, and yeah, like Lila said, this is amazing, guys. This started off with a pothead and a dream. Look where we are now. What a pipe dream this is. Eric Abbenante, our director, writer, producer. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Show, make some fucking noise! Oh my goodness. Guys, Hi Tonight Show, we have begun episode 17. We got a good fucking show for you tonight, guys. Coming out here in a minute after the monologue. Make some fucking noise. We got Chaz Bottoms coming out. He's the animator for Planet Black, which is premiering. We're premiering the fucking trailer for Niles Abston's Planet Black on 420, and we're going to be talking about that tonight. So fucking excited about that. We got our musical guest, Yard Down Mimi. Make some noise, Yard Down Mimi in the fucking house. The very funny Sylvia Sage is coming out later. Make some noise for Sylvia Sage. We got Chaz Carter. Very funny Chaz Carter. He's a certified goon. We got Barry Keith Cole Jr. in the motherfucking house coming out later. And Christine Medrano coming out later. Make some noise, Christine. She's very funny. Okay, so let's get the show started, guys. I always update you every week on my family, my son. Last week, we went to the Renaissance Fair. It was pretty fucking exciting. I haven't been to the Renaissance Fair in about 2 years. Right before my son was born, it's been. Last time I went, I got blackout drunk, okay? It's the only time I've ever been that fucking drunk. I blacked out so bad, I don't remember getting out of the fucking Uber, okay? And let's just say, if my baby mama wasn't pregnant at the time, she would have fucking left me after that day. Guys, it was like getting out of a time machine that gives you a hangover, okay? It was so bad, I woke up in an infirmary where everyone was dressed up like old-timey, like Renaissance, even the fucking nurses. I had vomit all over me. Apparently, I tried to bite the security guards, and they had to wheelbarrow me around fucking the festival because they don't have go-karts in the old times. And I was just concerned that, like, when we got there last weekend, that there would be, like, a photo of me all old-timey looking, like a ogre creature that looks kind of like me. It says wanted or something, but luckily that wasn't there, and we had a good time, so that was cool. Let's talk about some other shit. And by the way, Eric keeps saying that because, like, I knew him back then. He says that my baby mama called him and said that I shit myself. Not true! Completely not true. I did everything but, okay? I didn't shit myself. And you can hear that from her, but you won't because I keep her locked away because she's the peach to my Bowser. Scientists have captured the first images of a black hole. It's pretty cool, actually. They were looking for the Mueller report at the time, and we've had this image for about a week now, and Trump already tried to finger it. Really fucked up. It's kind of cool science-wise, though. Let's talk about some other shit. Julian Assange, the founder of that document leaking journalism website, was arrested at the Ecuadorian embassy in London, and the secret police, they carried him out like it was Coachella or something, like he was crowd surfing. He was so fucked up looking. He had to be on those drugs at least. And you know, the Ecuadorian president, they said they're glad to get rid of him. Apparently he was a terrible guest. He let his cat shit everywhere. Just fucked up. Who would think an internet troll would have a weird cat? Fucking, you know, I guess that cat was the one wiki leaking, you know what I'm saying? Trump at the time when it happened in 2004, I think it was, he said that, you know, I love WikiLeaks because he hated Obama. But now, fucking in 2019, he says, I don't know what WikiLeaks is. He doesn't want anything to do with it. I know, but, you know, to be fair, Trump loves talking about things he knows nothing about. You know, just ask fucking his wife. A man lit himself on fire at the White House. That was kind of cool, right? The guy, he set himself on fire, and everyone was like, you know, don't worry, This isn't a threat to the president because he's never there. He used the only copy of the Mueller report to do it too. He used that for fuel. Let's see here. The Boeing airplanes are still grounded. The 737s after killing about 350 people. They say they're working out this kink that keeps making it nosedive. I mean, what is it, an Apple product? What the fuck? You can't update this thing correctly? What are you doing? Yelling at Siri? Siri, land the plane. Crash the plane? No, Siri, land the plane! They found the black box, and apparently the last thing they said was, Siri, no, land the fucking plane! And, you know, the black box is safe because it's older than 17, and R. Kelly was nowhere near it. Speaking of flights, a drunk woman was twerking on a fucking Spirit airline last week. It was kind of cool. She was twerking naked on the Spirit airline. I don't know if you've ever been on Spirit Airlines if you're broke like me, but that type of flight needs a show, you know? If I was there, I would have shouted out, "That's the Spirit!" The Mile Y Club. Kim Kardashian made an announcement. She wants to be a lawyer. Hey man, her dad got OJ off. She can get me off. You know what I'm saying? There's gotta be a brain in that booty, I'm sure. New Mexico is decriminalized possession of weed, man. They're fucking doing it. Trump and yeah, apparently Fox News came out with a statement. They're saying that's another Mexico we got to worry about, apparently. New Mexicans and old Mexicans. We don't like them, I guess. Guys, y'all ready to start the fucking show? Yeah. Alright, Tonight Show, make some fucking noise. Let's get started. Alrighty, guys. Very first guest, special guest. He's an animator. He's super cool. Make some noise. Chaz Bottoms! Chaz Bottoms, Hi Tonight Show. Guys, Chaz Bottoms! Yeah! There you go, sir. So how you doing, Chaz?
I'm doing good.
Please, speak into the mic, man.
I'm doing good. How are you?
Good. You're an animator. You're going to be working on a show with Channel 310, man.
Yes. Planet Black.
Tell us about Planet Black. It's going to be dropping. We have like a super teaser out right now. You can go look. But tell us about the teaser coming out soon.
So basically it's just kind of an overview of the show. So the show is about a drug dealer who is abducted by aliens to sell weed across the galaxy to save their planet's economy. Their economy is kind of going down the tank. And so it's this really kind of fun, wild adventure.
And how'd you get involved with Channel 310?
I met Niles through, I think it was just Instagram.
It's
like, honestly, it was just like social media through the grapevine. I go to a lot of stand-up and comedian things, so I'm sure I also just saw him do stand-up. And he reached out, and he was a fan of my artwork, and I was a fan of his comedy.
Dude, I am too. I love it, and I'll tell you right now, my 2-year-old's a fan. He likes cartoons. Yeah. I introduced him to, fucking King of the Hill and your show. So
that's what all 2-year-olds love, King of the Hill.
Why'd you get into animation? Like, that's really cool. I like the style.
Yeah, basically, like, it was kind of something that I always knew I wanted to do. Just, like, I liked drawing cartoons as a kid and like basically just like telling stories like through the drawings. And so like growing up, finding out that animation was like an actual job that like people do for money, it was like mind blowing. It was like, that's what I want to do.
And that's what you're fucking doing now. Yeah. That's amazing. Do you have anything other than Planet Black you want to promote?
Yeah, I recently just dropped a graphic novel earlier this year.
Oh shit! That's cool.
Yeah,
I love graphic novel. I mean, tell us about that.
It's called Existential Crisis, Volume 1. And it's about a failed writer who moves back home and has to readjust to his hometown that has kind of changed since he's left.
Okay.
And so I mean, there's some good kind of dread in there and some good stuff. It's available on my website. That's chazbottoms.com. It's just my name.
And so they have that online page by page now. Is that the new thing?
Yeah, I mean, well, you can you can get a physical copy or a digital version. And yeah,
I want a fucking physical one, man.
Yeah,
I'm gonna get you to sign it or something. It's like a
Yeah.
thick one. How long is that?
It's 22 pages.
Okay, all
So
right.
it's like, it's a nice little, like, it's a comic book.
My writers know I can't read, so I work off that.
There's pictures, though. You can tell what's
Oh,
going
perfect.
on.
That's what I love.
Yeah.
Then me and my son can read it. I'll start reading to him. So tell us where we can find you.
You can find me on my website. That's the easiest place, chazbottoms.com. I'm also on Instagram at Chaz Draws. I post a lot of really fun kind of like fan art stuff, just like pop culture stuff, and just kind of, you can see just kind of where I sketch just like whatever. And then also on Twitter at Chazzy McFly. I'm a big Back to the Future fan.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
I love that shit, man. I love time travel and all of it. Getting
It's
high
fire.
as shit and watching that's the best.
It's fire,
Mm.
yeah.
Is there anything coming up? Like anything you want to promote that's coming out in the future? Something to look out for.
Yeah, I mean, basically, this summer I'm working on a just kind of a small animated web series.
Okay.
That'll be just like.
Excuse me. Tell us about that.
It's being written right now, and it's kind of just about a black family of supervillains. It's
Dope.
kind of like the antithesis of The Incredibles.
Okay.
If you really think about it.
That's fucking sick. What's that called?
We don't have a name yet.
Oh shit!
It's still
okay.
like very early in production, but yeah, we're looking to kind of try to release that in like July or August.
So we're keeping an eye on Chaz for that this summer.
Yeah.
That's awesome, dude.
Yeah, it'll be great.
Super cool, man. Well, I appreciate you coming out, dude.
Awesome. Thanks
Guys,
for having
make
me
some
on.
fucking noise for Chaz! Fuck yeah, dude. You're awesome. Going High Tonight Show. You ready for your first comedian?
Yeah.
Make some fucking noise. She's amazing. They're very funny. Sylvia Sage!
What is up, ladies and gentlemen? I'm not used to my audience being so far away from me, so I don't know if you can tell, but I recently had my lips done.
Whoa.
No?
Yeah.
Well, the thing is I really want to talk about it because I think I made a mistake, is what I'm saying. So, I don't know if you've heard of vaginal rejuvenation. Anyone? No?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, if you haven't, it's where they take your vaginal lips and they take them from meat curtains into meat mini blinds, you know? From like 5 kids to like Asian 12-year-old, you know? Sounds amazing, right?
Yeah.
Sounds fucking amazing. Well, I'm pissed because that's not what I did, okay? I went and had these lips done because I'm vain and I live in Los Angeles and people told me my lips were thin, so I was like, fuck it, plump them up. And then I heard about this vaginal rejuvenation, Googled it, turns out I'm more an after picture than a before picture, and I'm pissed, okay? So I feel like I spent my money on the wrong set, you know what I'm saying? I didn't realize that I had gone to curtains. I thought I was still in the mini blind section, but it turns out a little bit too much black cock will take you in a direction you're not prepared to go yet, okay? And you're like, why is this woman so concerned with her pussy lips? And I will tell you. It's because I work as a part-time comedian and part-time adult film actress.
Yeah.
Yeah. A few of you know what porn is. That's good. No, and I haven't, the thing is I would feel better about my lips being so large if I had children, because I feel like that's like it's a scar, right? It's something that you've done, you've made these children and they've contorted your body a little bit. But I have not had any children. Did not stop me from one time telling someone that I was about to, though. You see, before I got into pornography and before I got into stand-up comedy, I worked in corporate America for nearly a decade, okay?
Wow.
Yeah. About 6.5 years if you count all the times I called in, okay? I was not a good person and I was a horrible employee. And I will tell you, when I was 28 years old, I had called in as much as possible. I had taken off all my days off. I had killed all of my grandparents. I mean, they were already dead. But I brought them back to life so I could kill them again and attend those funerals. You know what I'm saying? So on a day where I was laying there in bed and I'm like, fuck it, what are you going to tell them today? And so I said, just tell them you're pregnant. And I did, okay?
Yeah.
And in my brain, I was like, I just want some time off for my morning sickness, you know? And I got it, okay? But here's the problem. When you tell someone you're pregnant, they expect a baby, right?
Yeah.
So eventually one day, I had to call in with my miscarriage. And, I know, it was a really sad day for me as well. And, in fact, it was a depression that I suffered following my miscarriage. That's where I got the real PTO, guys. Yeah. I'm not saying it's a thing to do. I'm saying you can do it and it works. Okay? But what I'm saying is I wasn't a good person. And so, you guys, I'm 35 years old. That's hence the meat curtains, okay? So when people hear that I'm 35 years old and I'm working in pornography, they're like, oh my God, this poor girl, she has hit rock bottom. And I assure you, yes, I have, okay? But oddly enough, pornography was not that for me. Making up babies to murder them felt more like rock bottom to me, you know? Because all porn ever did for me was get me tested and then provide me with other clean partners. And then y'all, they write you a check, okay? Yeah. I felt like I had won the best game of Would You Rather in history, you know? It was like life presented me with these two options, and it was like, Sylvia, would you rather continue killing mythical babies in corporate America or take clean hot dick for money? Hi, Alex. I'll take being a whore for $2,000, you know? Pornography takes away all of the risk. They really do. Like, the risk of Disney calling, the risk of, like, your parents ever being proud of you, you know? That's okay. My parents are very proud of my brother. He's killing the game. No. It's funny though, my dad is very oddly proud of me in like a sick way. It is, and it's because he wishes he was me. It's not like he wishes he could fuck me, but he wants to be me. He's like, I think it's so awesome that during the day you just go have orgasms and then at night you go tell jokes about it. And I'm like, you're right, that is pretty awesome. But my mom, on the other hand, she and I have a little bit of a disagreement. Because, well, Jesus, you know. I haven't read the book, at least not all of it, but she says that he's not a big fan of horrors, but I've heard differently. So it's fine. We both just spend a lot of time talking to dudes on our knees, and I make more money than she does, so fuck her, you know? It's true. People ask me a lot of really fucked up questions when they find out I work in pornography, you know? And they're like, do you eat pussy? And I'm like, okay, here's the thing. So, porn is more like Fear Factor. I don't know if you've seen the show Joe Rogan used to do. Yeah. So, Joe Rogan used to do this show called Fear Factor where he would force you to, you know, do awful things like eat bulls' testicles, okay? Well, I live Fear Factor every single day, all right? And when I got in pornography, I said, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to eat pussy, right? I have standards. I'm not into women. But rent in Los Angeles is very high, and my morals are fucking low. So I eat pussy, but I like to give advice now on how to eat pussy because 98% of the men in this world eat pussy wrong. Yes, that's a statistic I came up with all by myself, but women, I know you agree. Okay, so when I do my stand-up, I like to give PSAs now, because if I've had to do it, you're gonna have to learn too, okay? Right? So, I don't think it's men's fault. I don't, because I think men, they try really hard, and they go out and they read books, and it tells them to do stupid shit, like the ABCs on a woman's pussy, right? It doesn't work, okay? Because women, we need repetition, all right? That little thing that we plug into the wall, you know, all it does, okay, that's what we need, constant, okay? So, I say pick one letter out of the alphabet and then stick with that letter until she tells you otherwise, okay? My letter, in case you're wondering, I am single. My letter is I, okay? So just I, 5, 10 minutes, you know? Like, I don't know your girl, okay? But gentlemen, if you can't do that, if you can't give us a simple repetition that we need, then just quit it and just bring up the dick, okay? That's why you're here. It's the one thing you have that we don't, right? But on the way to bringing me that dick, I please ask that you stop putting me into the 69 position, okay? Because I didn't ask for it, and I sure as fuck don't want it, okay? Because I strongly believe that at no point during foreplay should I or any other woman be forced to stare directly into a straight man's asshole, okay? They are dark, they are dirty, they smell bad, all right? Frankly, gentlemen, I think you should have some shame, okay? I have shame in my asshole. It's not for the same reasons, though. Here's a fun fact that you can Google later. I have a little tiny mole right next to my asshole. And it looks like a piece of shit. Okay? So I get ashamed anytime I'm with a new man, and then he kindly tries to flick it away, you know? And I'm like, oh no, sweetie, that one's here to stay, you know? It's funny though, because as shameful as assholes are, men are still trying to get inside of them, you know, like accidentally. Which I find adorable because I love ass play. But I wonder, do they think that we don't know the difference? So I'll explain the difference to you, gentlemen. It is the difference between pleasure and then someone sticking a dick in your ass, okay? We can tell. Okay? And gentlemen, if you get a lady who is nice enough to let you stick it in her pooper, don't be surprised when it comes out wearing a little shih tzu. Okay? Little crap cap, if you will, you know? Because that's where shit comes from, right? I've never in my life heard a man ask for a blowjob and then be like, but if you could just not spit on my dick, that'd be great. No. So that's not how this works, right? This is where I have to apologize to the ladies because I do work in pornography, but I like to tell you that it's a big fat lie. Pornography lies to you about everything. And and it tells you things like I have children. I don't, okay? None of those are my stepkids. And it tells you that women like cum on their face, and we don't, okay? It takes me an hour to do this makeup. I'll cut your balls off, all right? But it also tells you that women like to gag on your cock. And they're down there doing that, and they're like, like tears running down her face. Like, I know, I'm that poor girl, okay? But that's not real life, okay? In real life, she will vomit on your cock. You see, I'm a professional. I vomit too. I just scoop it back in, all right? But I understand why you men do it, and I do, and I think it's an ego thing. And it's the same reason that men go out and they buy Magnum condoms when they clearly have a less than average dick, you know? Like, it makes them feel like a big, strong man, and I think that's why guys like gagging like women on their cocks and like, yeah, choke on that big fat cock. But guys, when we gag ourselves when we've had a little bit too much to drink, it's with our finger, okay? So, it does the same thing. It's not about you, okay? I need you to get over yourselves just a little bit and let us suck your dick, okay? It's a nice gesture, right?
Like it.
Where'd the guy who wanted his dick sucked? Is he still here? I'm just saying, I won't do it, but I know a gay man. All right, guys, I'm going to leave you with this. I'm going to leave you with the last question that I get the most often, and it is, Sylvia, do you actually come on camera? And to that, I will say, I try not to, okay? Yeah, for a few reasons. And one is that there's about 5 too many people in that room for my personal comfort level. Okay? Secondly is pornography is about camera angles. Really nothing to do with pleasure angles, alright? So what you think is happening to me is about 5 inches away from anything I'll actually enjoy, okay? But the last reason is probably the most important reason to me. And that's because my actual O face isn't the nice thing that you see on TV that I've presented and made for you, you know? It's more like I'm suffering from a stroke. Okay? So when I've got my downtime, there's nobody else in that room with me, and I've got that vibrator plugged into the wall, you don't see the it's more like a I can't move my arm any longer, you know, I'm just trying so hard to get there, you know, like and I just decided a long time ago that I didn't want that face on HD. Okay? Hey guys, I'm Sylvia Sage.
Yeah! Sylvia Sage, ladies and gentlemen! Make some fucking noise. Hilarious. Dude, what? Alright, so why the comedy come after porn?
Comedy came before porn.
No shit.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm mistaken.
Everybody is. It's okay. They're like, suck one dick. That's what you do, you know?
Yeah. I mean, comedians, we fucking suck dick every night.
I know. Everybody does, but I'm the only one who gets paid. No, I got into stand-up 8 years ago. I did a couple years in Kansas City. I did a year in Vegas, and then I came out here to do comedy, and I got a DUI. And they're expensive. Right. And I went from having a lot of money to not a lot of money, and I was going to be out of a place to live real soon. Did I just steal your blunt?
No, keep it.
Okay, cool. And I had a friend who was already working in porn, and I mean, I was down to like saving one chicken breast for the week. Like I was like poor. Like
that's healthy.
Yeah, they're gonna kick you out of LA real soon, right?
Yeah.
And my girlfriend comes back after 1 week of work, and she's staying in my apartment, and she's like made 10 grand in a week, and I'm like, fuck you. She's like, you can do it too, and I was like, oh yeah, I totally can. So I was like, I called my parents. I mean, I got it at 30, so. And I did work in corporate America. I worked in hospitals when I told a doctor I was pregnant and then miscarried a child. That's a true story. I hope he sees it one day and tries to call me out because it's been over 10 years now. He can't do anything about it. So yeah. So where was I? I smoked a lot of weed.
No, you were just starting. You did comedy first.
So I was like, if I could do a couple porns a month, I could pay all my bills and I could still do comedy. So that's exactly what I did, and here we are 5 years later, and I'm like, I love porn. And I'm not leaving. Everyone's like, when are you leaving porn? And I'm like, a lot of stars I look up to are like in their late 40s. I'm like I'm 35, so I'm like, I got 12 years at least, guys.
Absolutely.
I don't know if I'm going away anytime soon. I love getting paid to fuck. It's the craziest thing, and they pay well. It's not like, she got paid a lot better in her day. But my day's still knocking it in there because there's different forms of income now.
Right, it's multiple shit, and you're more in charge of it now, right?
Yeah. And I'm still gagging on cocks. Let's just say that. Let's say that.
Have you thought of has anyone ever combined the two? Like you do jokes while you're fucking or something?
I did. Have you heard of VR porn? Virtual reality porn? Yeah. Okay, so I did a VR porn of me doing stand up, and then I like fucked an audience member. Of course, it's never an audience member, but but it was fucking awful because there's no one responding to your jokes. It's just you doing stand-up. And then, I got there, and I had already planned, all the shit I was going to say, and they were like, don't talk about porn in your set. And I was like, well, fuck, now I gotta do random comedy off the top of my head to no one and hope it sounds funny. I was like, I don't want anyone to ever watch that porn and think that's what, it's seeing me do stand-up. I'm like, that's a horrible rendition. Jesus. It was really awful. Don't buy that porn, please.
No. I tried it once. I don't have that yet. I haven't had any VR.
You tried? Oh.
Yeah, that sounds fun.
VR, it's gonna take over everything. Okay. Not only is VR you're actually fucking this person, but now they've got this thing that fucks your dick. It's a machine, and it fucks your dick at the rate she's moving, or he, whatever. So if she's bouncing on your cock, the machine is bouncing at the rate, and you're there. No one's ever gonna fuck in real life again. That's what I'm saying. Wow. It's intense.
I'd look fucking goofy.
All of you are looking it up when you get home, and you know it. It's cool. crazy. It's crazy.
I'd probably never leave. I mean,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. There's gonna be a whole subculture of men who have never left their house, and they're just like, this thing's just full of cum. It's so good.
Oh my god.
Sorry, I'm high. I'll talk forever.
You're fucking hilarious. Tell us where can we find you on?
You can find me on all social media. Sylvia Sage, Sylvia Saige, 3 I's in there because I.
That shit's hilarious. Anything you want to promote? Anything coming up?
Yeah, you look for my podcast, Sexy Funny Raw, or Sexual Disorientation, that I do with Dr. Romney, who is the director of psychology at UCLA. Can you believe they put her and I on a show together?
What do y'all talk about?
Sex.
No shit. Okay. All right. I'll definitely check that out.
Yeah, check it out on iTunes. Yeah.
Okay. Cool. All right. So both of those shows. Absolutely.
Yeah, both of those are on iTunes.
Anything else before we go? You're fucking hilarious.
I think that's it.
Maybe you should do like a porn cartoon. We should hook up with Chaz, maybe?
Yeah! Something with a bigger ass, though. That's my downfall.
Guys, make some noise. Sylvia Sage! Y'all ready for some music? Hi, Tonight Show. Make some fucking noise. Yeah! Guys, make some noise. Put your hands together. Yard down, Mimi! Yard down, Mimi!
Yeah!
What's up, everybody? I'm Yard Down Mimi.
What's up?
Yeah.
I'm really shy.
I'll break you out, girl.
These niggas got me fucked up. I'll say what's up, but I'm not dick riding no nigga. Y'all really should've been on, should've let a bitch get on. I go hard, most of these niggas wanna pipe me, or try to fucking got an attitude slightly. You want a feature, you gotta ask me politely, nigga. Dick riding ass nigga, let me find out. Nigga need a ride creeping on the line route, cause them priorities about fuck this your mind out. I can't wait to get on, I swear to God I'm taking all my ratchet homegirls who let my nigga homies fuck. Trying to put me in a good position from the cut, cause niggas is breaking bread, yes, fucked up. Trying to get it fast, cause she bought her grip, nigga. Clown nigga thought she gave it to a pimp, nigga. And we ain't got a lot of money, but we living good. And we turned up, and the homie got roaches cause the Mexicans, and that's still my best friend, nigga. Put that on your hood, on your whole set, nigga. I don't dick ride, I don't fear no nigga. The homie taking pictures, let me hang tight, nigga. Skimming on them goons, they go late nights, nigga. Put that on your hood, on your whole set, nigga. I don't dick ride, I don't fear no nigga. It's hard out here when you constantly gassing niggas. These niggas trash is why I'm constantly smashing niggas. The homie sent me to the studio to do mine. He said fuck over these niggas, I did it in a few lines. These niggas trending topics, yeah, I listened for a few times. I was loaded, I was faded off that yak though. Most of these niggas sniffing, kinda smoking crack though. Seen your little homie with it in the back, bro. They were hating, I was spitting on the Mac Pro, trying to get these niggas to fuck me, you know how that go. Now I'm acting funny as fuck, nigga, I'm serious. If you wasn't fucking with me, period, nigga. Hard down. And I ain't fucking with no broke ass nigga. Hey, that part I only wanna fuck you. 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 And I ain't fucking with no broke ass nigga. 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 I'm tryna fuck, let's drink. Who is some good pussy tryna link? I ain't even on no whole shit. I don't even wanna know shit. I want it hard from the back while you choking me. I ain't tryna tell you how you provoking me. I can tell you never fuck with a real one. Not off a pill, but I will one. Got my own bread, I ain't even tryna break you. I'ma be real, but I'm never gonna make you. Lying ass nigga got some fire ass dick with my lying ass too. I inquire my shit, ayy. That part I only wanna fuck you. That's right, I only wanna fuck you. That part I'm only tryna fuck too. Got a situation I ain't tryna get stuck to. What you mad at? Bitch, what you mad at? What you mad at, bitch? What you mad at? What you mad at, bitch? What you mad at? What you mad at, bitch? What you mad at? What you mad at, bitch? What you mad at, bitch? Bitch, 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 bitch. Yo, nigga was a setback. You can have that, bitch, you can have that. Good dick ain't shit but a bad back. He sprung tongue was all in my ass crack. I let him go home, bitch, what you mad at? When I call, give a didn't take the whole check. You in school, finished working on your gold check. Bitch, you can have that. Fake ass nigga, he a gold digger. You be blowing up his phone when he with me. I let him text back, you mad, wanna hit me. Bitch, you all in my inbox, asking dumb shit. Yeah, we been stopped. Ha, you let him drive your car though. I made him take me on gay to the store though. What you mad at, bitch? 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 Bitch, you got me fucked up. I don't talk, I got hands, I fuck hoes up. You mad cause y'all out, he cuffed me. But I'm a bad bitch though, and you ugly. Bitch calling on his lunch break. You can't talk me out, give my pussy ate. He'll get you out like real. Till you saw you at first, had to delete. Ha, bitch, what you mad at? Get mad and get down, you mad at? Ratchet ass bitch, fucked up weed, swap me sweaters, bitch. Hey, bitch, what you mad at? He inside that. I'm like, no time, y'all bros, hoes. Talk around, talk shit, and get exposed. What you mad at, bitch? What you mad at? What you mad at, bitch? What you mad at? What you mad at, bitch? What you mad at? What you mad at, bitch? What you mad at? What you mad at, bitch? What you mad at? What you mad at, bitch? What you mad at? What you mad at, bitch? What you mad at? Bitch, yard down, bitch. You mad, bitch. I'm a bad bitch, though, you average. Yeah, I fuck with your nigga, though. He dressed in that nigga hoe. He text you, you callin'. He come through, you be callin'. Make him give me a little head when he come through. I get his dick hard so he can fuck you. You can have that, bitch. You can have that. Might tweet you, might tag that. You at home think you own getting laughed at. Yeah, I fuck with your nigga hoe. He a ratchet, he fuck with a million hoes. And he break bread, and he come back. Cause our shit bomb, and y'all shit wet. What you mad at, bitch? What you mad at? What you mad at, bitch? What you mad at? What you mad at, bitch? What you mad at? What you mad at, bitch? What you mad at? What you mad at, bitch? What you mad at? What you mad at, bitch? What you mad at? What you mad at, bitch? What you mad at? Bitch, hey.
Make some noise for Yard Down Mimi! Wow! Oh my god, that was awesome!
Thank you.
You're my new favorite rapper. You're amazing! That's so cool! Guys, when she first came out, she was like, I don't know, Vic, I don't know. I know, she's like, oh, you're hilarious. And you got fucking bars, yo.
Awesome, yeah.
I mean, and I felt like, I don't know why, maybe just Sylvia Sage got me in the, like,
In the mood.
right? But like,
I was so happy, I'm like, she set it up, she set me up.
that was like fucking music or something, right? I play, that's what you gotta do. You gotta play music, because it is about rhythm and repetition. I'm always looking for some new fire shit to fuck to. The last rapper that made me feel like a bad bitch like that was, fucking, what's her name? It's like, fucking dudes up and drugging them and shit. What's her name?
Cardi B,
right? Yeah, she made me feel like a bad bitch too. Like I feel like putting a weave in and shit, but like, fucking like fuck your dude, fuck whatever. That's awesome. Tell us about, what was that track called?
What you mad at?
Talking to the mic. Tell us.
That track is called What You Mad At.
Bitch, what you mad at?
Download it on iTunes.
Yard Down iTunes. Yard Down Mimi on Instagram.
iTunes.
All
YouTube.
That. I love that.
Everything.
You're great. How long have you been doing music?
Man, since high school.
No shit.
Yeah.
You're killer. I'm
Thank
glad.
you.
I'm glad you're in this.
I used to walk around my voice recorder that all my friends listen to and they'll pass it around.
Really?
2003.
No shit.
I'm an OG in the game.
You really are. You're dedicated to this. Tell us about what you got coming up.
I'm working on a mixtape. I'm gonna drop it in July for my birthday.
Okay.
Yeah. About to make a music video.
Oh shit! This shit felt like a music video right now.
Man, this should have been. I'm ready to twerk.
I'm ready.
Twerk time said twerk off.
Oh, not me. I can't. I got a baby. I can't. So, all right. Tell us about that album. You got other albums out right now?
Well, you can find me on live mixtapes.
Okay.
Just Google Yardell Mimi. I come up.
Yeah.
I
You're
pop
a
up.
killer.
Yes.
All right. And where you from?
I'm from South Central.
Hey! There you go.
Yeah.
All right, so you're a fellow artist. I always ask what's going on, in the current. What's going on with you, like with Nipsey? What you've been paying attention
it's depression
to?
right
Right?
now. Yeah, I don't want to do anything.
Really?
That's really affecting my neighborhood.
I'm glad you came out tonight. You gotta keep that going for him.
Right. Marathon continues.
The marathon continues.
That's
beautiful. I love that. You were such a great artist, Yardell. And I want you to come back at the end to wrap up the show as well.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah.
Is there anything you want to say before we go?
I just like to thank God and thank my boyfriend. Where is he?
Hey.
No Stretch. 3700. No Stretch. Follow him on Instagram. I look out for him. We look out for each other.
I love it. Thank you so much.
Thank
Yardell.
you.
Guys, make some noise for Yardell. You can start. He made it. Guys, make some noise for my movie right here. I love him. Chaz Bottoms! Tonight show is Chaz
Chaz Bottoms. Are you still here?
Yeah.
Can I see you? Okay, I'm not gonna lie. When Niles first told me about you, I thought he was just stating something about me that he knew. I was very by that. Because the way he presented to me, he was like, Chaz Bottoms. I was like, why did you know this? Who told you this? And then he was like, no, he's another person. I was like, oh, okay, fine. I thought you were just putting my shit on blast for a second. I was like, sometimes in the spring when the blood moon is full, yes. Yes, I do. Yes, sometimes I do. My God. Oh, man, I've been working all weekend. It's crazy working at a coffee shop during Coachella weekend in Los Feliz because all the white people are gone.
Yeah.
That's all our business. Yeah, it's like the rapture done happened for white people. It just took them. I feel like the last time I saw that many white people congregate together was during the 2016 election. Like that was the last time y'all came together in droves for a good cause, to overthrow the minority patriarchy occurring, So we out here taking all y'all good jobs, mowing lawns and watching your kids, all the jobs you guys love so much. Oh man. I told my friends, I was like, I'm gonna try and say, because I go real hard on white people about racism a lot. So I was like, I'm gonna try and be nicer to white people. You ever feel like that sometimes? Sometimes I be like, damn, I'm gonna try and be nicer. Like I'm gonna say like one nice thing to a white person a day. That's all you get. So I told my homegirl recently, I was like, cause she's always having these like woes about getting older. I was like, girl, you are gonna age so well. She's like, really? I was like, yeah, girl, you're gonna age like Meryl Streep and Death Becomes Her, Shit's just gonna start falling off and shit, but you're gonna look real good, $50,000 later. I don't know. It's funny because when I think about that, I think about like where did it all start for white people? Like, what was the catalyst that decided that you guys would age terribly? Like, who was it? I feel like you guys pissed off a slave witch and she put the roots on y'all ass. Y'all whipped the wrong slave. She was in that plantation. She was like, and on the third blood moon, on your 40th birthday, you will get crow's feet like no other. Y'all be going from 40 to 95. That's what be tripping me out when I meet like certain white people and then they're like, how old are you? And I'm like 32 and they're like, oh my God, I'm 25. And I'm like, in dog years? Like, oh man. I had a really good milestone lately, y'all. I deleted all my hookup apps off my phone, and I'm so proud of myself. You know how hard? Because I'm trying to make a relationship happen right now, and I don't know about you guys. Dating is hard, and dating is. What'd you see? No, I need to know. Don't be talking about look, niggas. You ain't about to have me trapped in this death basement. What did you see? Like, I don't play that shit. I hear one distressful voice in the background. I'm like, I'm just gonna assume all these white people jokes done turned one of them. They were like, I'm tired of you talking about us! I want to believe that's how all mass shootings start. Just one joke too far. You know, one white people be like, joke too far, you know? Too fucking far. No, but yeah, I've been seeing this guy for 3 months. And I told my best friend about it. And he was like, and I told him we haven't slept together. And he was like, oh my God. He's like, bitch. He's probably fucking other people. And I was like, well, yeah, that's fine, because we're not exclusive. We just casually see each other. He's like, but y'all ain't, like, over at each other's places? I was like, why the fuck do gay people date so fast? He was asking me all these, like, serious questions. I was like, nigga, I've only known him for, like, 12 weeks. Okay, we gotta do better. We just date too fast. We dating dog years. Like, it's like, gay dudes will be dating for like 3 months and be ready to move in and have a surrogate on speed dial and a dog named after a white bitch they don't even know. Like, call back. You guys thought I was done. No. It's crazy. Yeah, I mean, but the cool thing about dating now is, like, get rid of those apps, man, because I used to get in these hookup apps, and that shit is trash. Y'all think y'all have it bad? You ain't had it, man. These apps. Every day when I would check my app, I would get at least 5 messages. Out of those 5 messages, one of them actually has a person's face. I want you guys to guess what those other 4 pictures were of. Dicks, assholes, dicks in different positions, dicks from different angles, assholes from different angles. Imagine waking up at 8 a.m. with coal in your eyes and you're like, I'm gonna just check this cute little app real quick. Yeah, that's it. Like, niggas don't even send you messages with faces or eyes or nothing. Just sending their dick. And I'm like, does it come with a face? Like, what do I do with that? Is that gonna greet me at the door when I open? Like, when you open the door, it's just gonna be a dick, like a dick with a body and like arms and legs, just like, hey, you know? It's so bizarre, and they feel more at liberty to do it on gay apps because it's other men. So in their mind, they're like, he gets it. I'm like, no, I don't want it. Like, I have fucking dignity and standards and things of that. So that was the best thing I've ever did for myself. Also, being off the apps also was good because I got tired of being hit up by an older creepy white man who like fetishized me. Oh my God, I've been offered money for sex numerous times by a creepy older white man. But look, I'm not above being paid for sex. Now, don't get it wrong. Like, if the money was right, the problem was the money was right, but it always came with like a weird attachment. They were like, I'll pay you to do this if you let me do this to you, but you got to let me call you this. And I'm like, see, look, that's a hop and a skip, and we all know where this road leads. Because if you call me the N-word while you're inside me, I'm going to cut. I feel like this has been a learning exercise for a lot of straight men in this room right now. You guys have been with me on this journey, so I was like, I'm gonna just let you in and then introduce you to a whole new world. Like, it's just like, it's what I deal with. It's why when you finally get someone who wants to actually get to know you, you latch on to them. Like that fucking thing in the Aliens movie. Like, you don't let this nigga go. Like, you get him. Lock his ass down. You cut any bitch within a 5-mile radius.
Hey.
Bitch, back up. Oh, man. This one's talking about. Oh, my God. I've been trying to, like, microdose the news. Because I'm like a really empathetic person, so the news affects me a lot. So I try not to read real bad shit all the time on the news. So I read one bad story or two a day, maybe 3, if I'm feeling real masochistic, you know. And lately, the one that I've been popping up on my threads, all these fucking anti-vaxxer stories. I am so these parents are fucking idiots. Idiots. Just sending their kids to school with these fucking black plague diseases and shit. Murdering all their classmates. Every time my favorite is when they ask these people about why they're not vaccinating their kids. They're like, but Sharon, because you know it's a white bitch. But Sharon, why are you not vaccinating your kids? She's like, but the autism. But the autism, though. The autism. Like, bitch, your kid is not going to live to get autism. The kid is going to die before he can even become remedial. What are you talking about? Crazy. I also, like, I have this, I can't shake the feeling that all these, like, measles outbreaks, like, that shit, these kids are the patient zeros for the zombie apocalypse. I'm calling it right now. Watch. Yeah, you guys are laughing now, but wait till your face gets eaten off by baby teeth. You know? Imagine just being fucking eaten alive by a horde of toddlers, like ravenous-ass 2-year-olds. I'm the only one that fantasizes about zombie babies. Like, that's just me.
No.
Just imagine a classroom of badass kids. Just, oh my God. It'd be the first time in my life I could just actively kick a kid and it'd be fine, you know? I don't want to kick kids, you guys. That sounds terrible. No, I don't want to kick kids. I think I've only wanted to kick maybe 3 kids in my life. One was my younger brother. The other was 2 little white kids at my day job. And I don't know why. They just, like, one of them just was a little asshole. He kept putting his hands on things. You know that thing that kids do where they start touching everything? And they're looking at you like, what are you going to do? And, you know, yeah. Especially little badass white kids. The dad was like, stop touching that. And the little boy was like, he had that same face that cats make when they get ready to knock some shit off the counter. Just like, I just looked at that boy. I was like, oh, God, what I would do to just kick you right now. Not in the face, but just like in the shin real hard. Just like fucking like Nancy Kerrigan his ass. Just take his knee out or some shit. That's terrible. That's terrible that years later I would make fun of that. That's awful. But that shit was hilarious. It kind of was funny. I didn't understand at the time. I was like 10, you know? And she was just, all I saw was this white woman on TV going, why? Why? I asked my mom, I was like, Mom, what happened? She was like, this other white woman attacked her. She didn't even know the woman's name either, so she just took all seriousness from it for me. You know? She was like, this is white on white crime on television. On an ice rink somewhere. Man. Did I get lit? I feel like, oh, I did? Did I? I'm good. All right. I'm gonna wrap this shit up. I didn't realize I let it slide. My bad, y'all. No, I'm cool because I feel bad now. Because did I like? Oh, was it? Okay. All right, fine. So y'all rocking with me, anyways.
Yeah.
Rocking with me. Oh my God. What else am I talking about? Oh God. Oh man. I feel great about being healthy again. I was really having bad health problems for a while. I got a stomach parasite.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know about you guys, but not having a car made that experience awful. Yeah. Cause yeah, when I found out I had it, the doctor was like, all right, so we got to check to see if it's, take the test, see if it's accurate. So you know what I want you to do? He handed me a Ziploc bag and said, you got to spoon your shit in this bag and bring it to me. And I said, you want me to bring it to you in what? He's like, in this bag. Yo, I had to smuggle my shit on the subway. I don't know about y'all, but that was the most just the lowest point of my life. You know? I just felt like I had hit a whole new rock bottom. You know? Because it was like no one knew but me, but because I knew, it bothered me. The whole subway ride, I was just like, you got a bag of shit in your backpack. Like, what if you fall? What if you trip?
Oh, no.
What if a homeless person just runs up and just slaps you in the backpack? I don't know. You don't know what's gonna happen. And it was hot outside. I was like, oh yeah. Yeah, it was marinating. No, that's not even the worst part. The worst part is I got to the doctor, I had to drop it off, and I go to give it to the nurse. Really, I was being real incognito about it. I waited until I got right up to there, and I was like, and I just walked away really fast. And the nurse, before I get to the door, this bitch goes, excuse me, who is this for? In front of everybody. And I was just looking at her like, bitch, you know that for. She's like, what's your name? I was like, Sanchez. She's like, and your last name? I was like, Carter. She's like, that's your last name? I was like, yes. She's like, is this your sample? I was like, take the sample. I wrote my motherfucking name. Don't make me open it and throw it on you. It was the lowest point of my life, you guys. Nah, I'm cool. Thanks, guys. That was fun. Thank you guys.
Yeah, Chaz Carter! Thanks so much, Chaz Carter. Listen, all right, I'm going to say off the top, you were not the only one with a bag of shit on that train, all right? Los Angeles, you don't have to worry about that. Not alone, I'm sure.
I just wish in that moment that a homeless person just shit themselves so it could take the limelight off me for a second.
Why didn't you put it on ice?
I didn't think about that.
I put the shit on ice. Why
would you put the shit
This is
on?
it's medical.
Why would I ice that
You
shit?
put a heart on ice?
Victor's not a severed arm. Shit.
It stops the smell.
It wasn't smelly. It wasn't a Ziploc.
They gave you like a cool Ziploc.
No, they gave me like a hardcore Ziploc bag. It wasn't like it had like holes in it. It wasn't like a Ziploc, like a breathable Ziploc bag.
Like a mesh.
Yeah, like a mesh Ziploc bag.
Paper bag. It's all fucking weird. That's just so weird. That's hilarious. I'm glad you did that. You're fucking awesome, Chaz Carter. Not Chaz Bottoms. The Chaz the Bottom, right? But not Chaz Bottoms.
Well, I don't want to be called Chaz the Bottom.
That's not an official nickname.
It's a little on the nose. That's a bit like the marketing is on. I feel like we can get the point across without actually getting the point across. You know what I'm saying?
I feel you. So what you been up to?
You looking at it, comedy.
Yeah.
And making lattes for ungrateful white people.
All right.
No, it's a chill job. I work at a coffee shop during the day and I tell jokes and
I'm gonna come through.
yeah, I mean the shit's. I always run into comedians there. It's always fun but mildly embarrassing because they're like, oh, you work here? I'm like, yeah. They're like, oh, that's cool. I'm like, yeah, I'm not making real comedian money yet. So
You're fucking hilarious.
Thanks,
that shit's
dude.
coming. You have anything coming up you want to talk about?
Going to Vancouver next week.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah, I'm gonna go hang out with the nice white people. You know, people that really appreciate me.
That's where this. I got this flag in Vancouver. Actually.
No, I hear it's a really cool place, so I'm gonna go there and do some comedy.
If you do comedy at the open mic scene, ask about Texas Heat. That's my nickname when I was in Vancouver.
Oh, I thought you were just telling me to ask him like a brand of hot sauce.
I swear, I only go by Texas Heat in Vancouver. I was the only Texan in town. It was awesome.
Oh, okay. I was like, did you do porn in Vancouver?
That's just a weird nickname. I don't know. I was the only American Mexican. They're kind of racist, but they're fun. They're cool.
Oh, they are racist.
Yeah, you get them drunk, but they're happy racists.
Okay, I can deal with a happy racist. You know? Yeah.
So you're just gonna do some shows up there?
Yeah.
That's what's up.
Comedy there.
I love that. Anywhere in particular?
Was at Goldie's, but now they switched the location, so I don't even know where it is.
I used to do comedy in Goldie's.
Yeah.
Holy shit, there's a basement there.
I'm kind of hoping it's like in the wild, like in Canada.
You're gonna meet some wild fucking.
I'm down to do a set and fight. I'm down to do a set and fight a bear. I'll go dope with that.
Where can we find you?
On Instagram, you can find me at Polly Pocket Negro.
Why? Explain that. What does that mean?
All right, so that started when my first year doing comedy. This other comedian, she used to make jokes about my height because I'm really small.
Okay.
And so she. Anybody familiar with the doll Polly Pocket from the 90s?
Yeah.
Polly Pocket, And so I just adapted it and added it. And I like when white people ask me for my Instagram handle because they never repeat it back. They're always just like, what's your Instagram handle? Like Polly Pocket Negro. Like, oh, that's not Polly Pocket. I was like, Negro. And they're like, oh, yeah. It just makes them so uncomfortable and so and I don't really know how to Twitter right, so I never give that out. It's like I don't know how to do it. I feel like I don't have to know. How do you get followers on Twitter? What do you do?
Talk shit.
Oh, really? I feel like you have to say controversial shit,
yeah,
right?
You do, yeah. That's what Trump does. He loves that shit.
I should just spread, the gay agenda on Twitter. Since that's what we're doing.
Every day, I'd subscribe.
Yeah, handing out pamphlets like a Scientologist.
Hilarious.
It's like a dick watchtower, That's really cool.
I hope you have fun in Vancouver.
Yeah, thanks, man.
Guys, make some noise, Chaz Carter! Make some fucking noise, Christine Medrano!
Okay, cool. Are you Canadian?
Nah, I just lived there
What's
for a
up
year.
with this Canadian flag?
I liked they were cool.
You know Canadian? You know Canadian? I am.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I know most of brown people come from the other border. Wow. I like this mirror. Are you selling it?
I love that mirror.
Fuck, it's a great mirror. I gotta shoot my shot. I'm not afraid to shoot my shot on the internet into 3 cameras? I don't know. There's a lot going on. 4 security cameras. I am a little, I do consider myself to be a bit of a trailblazer. Yeah, that just means I like to get high and go hiking. This crowd can relate. I am trying to cut back on the amount of weed that I smoke, though, because the other day I got so high that I cried to Black Eyed Peas, I Got a Feeling. That's not pump the brakes. I don't know what is, guys. I was also just in Joshua Tree. I didn't do any drugs when I was there, but I did get peer pressured into forgiving my father. Just joking, not this year, Mario. I do hate my dad. What's up, Dad? No, I don't get along with my dad. Like, he just opened up a school and then he named it after his newer daughter. Right? It's called Marion School of Learning, and I was like, first of all, School of Learning, that's redundant. What are they, fish? I also have a nephew. I really love my nephew. I don't know if you guys have ever been to a children's taekwondo class. Has anyone here ever been to a kids taekwondo class? Yeah. I was just at one, and wow, I didn't know there were that many ways to fuck up a jumping jack. Holy shit. Children do not know how to move their bodies. My child was just clapping, and I'm like, that's not it. And then they would let them move on to push-ups. And there was this one little girl, like, stomach the floor, like, doing a snow angel motion. That's closer to jumping jack. I don't know. I think it's like we're all on the internet, right? I don't like to read, like, comments of, like, from women videos and things, because they're always mean, right? But luckily, my mom will call me and she will read them to me. I'm like, please stop. She's like, here's another one. Like, the other day she called me and she's like, this person says that they want to euthanize you like a dog. And then she just started laughing hysterically. I was like, is this you, Mom? Are you my troll?
I think it's good to keep things digital. That was the worst segue I've ever heard in my life. I think it's good to keep things digital. Yeah, let's go ahead and I'm gonna do it sneaky style off. I'm like, watch. Oh, sorry, I was just reading. The Duchess, great movie book. I think it's funny, like, with movies, like, you guys ever notice how, like, the cover to Rudy completely ruins the movie for it? Like, he got into Notre Dame and they won. Cool, thanks, movie cover. Really hard-hitting jokes here, guys, about, the topical jokes about Notre Dame. No, I don't even remember. Rudy, there we go. Also, in Waterworld, why are their clothes so dirty if there's no dirt? They're surrounded by water. Things to think about. I do consider myself to be a bit of a romantic, you know? Like, I truly believe that somewhere out there, that the man of my dreams is also giving up on love. That's true. I know I am on the apps. Anyone else? We're all on the apps, right? My favorite part about a dating app, though, is when there's a group photo and you don't know who in the photo they are. But it's just going to be a no for the whole gang. Like just a bunch of fives hanging out. Not for me. I know that I'm not good at dating because the other day I was on a first date and I used the phrase prison industrial complex 5 times. To make everyone here woke, you know, it's gonna make from the jump. I just took a little big sigh. I love when guys have pet turtles. Any pet turtle owners here? I feel like pet turtles are cool just because it's like a really fun way to let the world know that you masturbate to animated pornography. 100% true. That statistic is 100% true. Like last year, I was dating a DJ. Which was really exciting for me, just because I'd never been cheated on before. Sorry, I'm looking at a painting over there. Beautiful. Hold it up for them.
It's gorgeous.
It's oh wow. Nothing illicit was happening while my back was yeah, I was dating a DJ. He was a sweet guy though. Like on our second date, he brought me flowers, and he was like, "Look, something died. Look, I don't have a lot of money, but I just wanted to show you that I care." I was like, oh my god, you don't have to spend money on me to show me that you care. If you want to show me that you care, like, just let me go through your phone. That's all I want. The key to my heart is the passcode to your phone. I think the key to my heart is anal. It was like, love is a lie. I recently had a friend of mine, I was like telling her, I was like, I've never let a guy come on my face, and she was like, that's incredible. And I was like, reevaluate your life, that's the definition of incredible to you? And she's like, how do you do that? And I'm like, oh, I do this cool trick. When they ask me, I just tell them not to. You ladies are welcome to use that technique as well. If you already have acne and you don't want to see if other things also lead to acne. I do have low self-esteem though. I feel like self-esteem is kind of like gymnastics, you know? Like if you didn't pick up that shit as a child, it's just near impossible as an adult. Because what I'm trying to say is that I hate myself and I can't do a cartwheel. Also fact, I can't do a cartwheel. Can't really swim either. What's up? I did have this happen to me recently where I thought that I had bed bugs, but just turns out I forgot I had psoriasis. Kept washing those sheets. So it's almost the end of it. It's almost Easter, right? You know, I'm trying to I'm a little high. I'm trying to think of my jokes, but also create segues to the jokes. But I don't know. I've actually managed to keep my New Year's resolution so far this year. Yeah. Woo! Thank you. Yeah, my New Year's resolution is just to not be fingered by any more improvisers. At least ones that haven't made it to their sketch class. You know what I mean? Tell me when you've made it out of Improv 105.
Oh.
What? What the?
What the fuck?
Nah, it's just a daddy long legs.
It's just a daddy long legs.
I'm sorry. I didn't know that was there.
Whoa! Don't use what show are we advertising? Hey guys, so if you guys want to go ahead and come to the Ice House, June 2nd, 7 p.m. 8:50. There you go. You're welcome, Ice House. Did it jump on me? I will murder everyone. I was gonna say apartment, but then I looked around and I remembered. Domino's hats. I dig it. If anyone wants to send over a thin crust with mushroom, let's chill. Sorry. I'm trying not to drink as well. Just because once I got so drunk that I made out with the EMT who was there for me. My defense, he saw me throw up. I didn't lose my virginity till I was 21. Thank you. Yeah, because I wanted to be emotionally, like psychologically prepared to be that disappointed. But my first boyfriend was really bad in bed, so I'd given up trying at anything sexually with him. And then one day his dog died, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna be a really good girlfriend, give him a like effort-filled blowjob. So I do that, and then like a few days passed, and he's like, hey, can you give me a blowjob like that one time? And I was just like what time? He was like when my dog died. I'm like, sure, one dead dog blowjob coming up. I started bringing home dogs in the pound every week. I was like, why are all these dogs sick? He was like, shut up and give me a Marley and Me. Spoiler alert. I feel like that was time, right? Yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and say, because I'm stoned, and also time is a circle. It's called gold. Look it up. I don't know. What happens now?
Oh, that's it. Guys, make some noise, Christine Machado! Yeah!
What happened now?
She handled the spider very well. You know, I know it looks like a studio, but it is a garage, and there are spiders. Guys, make some fucking noise, High Tonight Show! Garage mic right after this.
Cool.
So, Christine.
Yeah.
No, you hang on to it.
Okay, they can hear him. They can hear me.
They can hear me. You're fucking hilarious.
Oh, thank you.
You're awesome.
I try
I've
very
known
hard.
you for a while. You've always been very funny.
Thank you.
I knew you since before I even had a baby.
I remember that. I feel like I found out that he was having a baby. It was at the Midnight Mic at Mel's, like in that back alley. And I remember being like, fuck. That's crazy, man.
I was showing and I had to tell
You were showing. And I didn't want to be rude. I didn't want to be rude and ask. But I was like, did you eat a lot of pierogies? Or Ferrero?
You're fucking awesome. What you been up to?
I've been,
I think you did something on TV, didn't you?
I have a short film that's going to be a Tribeca.
That's right. You're a fucking actress. Guys. Tribeca. That's a big deal. Tell us about that.
So, me and Teresa Lee, I don't like shouting around. We wrote a short, and it stars Josh Fadum, and it's directed by Bridie Elliott, and we got it to Tribeca, and we premiered at Outfest Fusion, and then we're also at another festival here in LA in May called, I forget the name of it, it's the LAAPF, I don't know. We have our Instagram. I think She Likes You film.
Okay.
You can follow along if you want to find a screening or something.
I've seen some stills of it. I think you're crying or something like that.
Yeah, I'm always crying. I can cry in queue. Like, people take advantage of that.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's cool. I think acting, I think comedy helps a lot with acting. All my favorite actors were comedians, right? So that's good. That's good you're doing both.
Yeah.
I bet you're awesome at both. I can't wait to see that.
Yeah. I hope I'm fairly moderately decent at both or either. That's all I would want.
Do you have anything else coming up you want to shout out?
I
mean, we're going to go see that as soon as possible. What is
make
it?
plans?
Oh,
We
okay.
can make plans to go like camping or something if you guys want. I'm down for that. Yeah, just slide into a pool. Not my DMs though.
Where can we find you online?
Okay, so get a pen and pencil, or and no papers. Just go with a pen and pencil. You can find me at my handles are both the same. For Instagram and for Twitter, because I changed that recently and it was like a huge thing, and now people think that I go by Chrissy. I don't really go by Chrissy. The only people call me that or Chrissy are like my friends who live on the west side. Okay, so my handles, my love handles are so for Twitter and Instagram it is at Chrissy Meds. I'm gonna go ahead and spell it. Get that? That's where the pen and pencil comes in handy. CHRISSYMEDS. Please don't point out my lisp. I'm very sensitive about it.
That's awesome. Guys, make some noise, Christine! Cheers! Go look for her and check out her movie. That's awesome, man. Hi, Tonight Show. Make some fucking noise. This is my homie right here, Barry Keith Co. Jr. What's up, big dog? And look at that shit. Show the camera that. That's beautiful. God damn. Hey. Focus that.
That's like a 35%. This is a bomb.
Got it, bro.
Pro tip, real quick, public service announcement. White women who adopt rescue animals also need to be safe too. Literally watched the Facebook ad where this white woman shamed people for buying dogs in 2019. Bitch, shame your great-great-great-grandfather for buying slaves. Are you fucking kidding me? White people in their goddamn dogs. Just saying. Clearly, when I'm depressed, I love seeing white women in decline. Saw a white woman use EBT card in line at Whole Foods. Felt like that was reparations in full. One payment. Just to see her on the struggle, right? If you want to see more white women in decline, you can download apps like Bumble. They had hope, fam. A lot of it. Oh my god. A lot of people getting married off those apps. I don't know.
It's true.
Right? I feel like a lot of people getting married off these. I don't know, man.
They must work.
I don't know. I feel like a lot of people getting married off these apps, and that's why I'm gonna take a moment to plug my app that I've been building, my new dating app called Insufficient Funds. Bills never paid late. Wake up next to a mate you can tolerate. 33 years old, I've never been invited to a wedding. Graduated from college, so it should have happened. That lets you know it's not them. It's definitely me. I made peace with that shit. So real quick fun fact about marriage, I love when my friends who didn't invite me to their wedding have ugly babies. Right, I feel like it's only fair. Motherfuckers. Where's my open bar opportunity to get drunk and say some stupid shit? Right? I want my moment. Just saying, I want my moment bad. Never get to get fucked up. I'm a whiskey guy. You can always give me a bottle. Not that maker shit. It's that bullshit. I realize as I'm getting older, I don't like dating women who don't smoke weed.
Yeah.
Right? Right? Weird. People who don't smoke weed are a little off.
Yeah.
It's just facts.
I'm taking a break. I'm not.
Right? No, you're good. Come on. I just feel like, I don't know, man. And then they always have that one random ass excuse like, oh, I get paranoid when I get high. That old basic ass. And those be the main motherfuckers you want to get high with and film. I want to go on that journey with you, fam. God damn, boy. Good times, man. I don't know. People who don't smoke weed, they tend to do shit weird. Like they talk to the homeless for extended amounts of time. In front of 7-Eleven. Like, come on. After 11 o'clock, that's not safe. You will get taken in your New Balances. Facts. They own like Sarah McLachlan albums on vinyl. They donate a lot of their time to the dog shelters on Sundays. They don't even watch Game of Thrones, fam. They don't even. You know, people like to do shit weird sometimes, and I notice like people like to take on a lot. They don't usually smoke weed. I got high with a girl a couple of years ago at Coachella, right? She started hitting the blunt real hard. I didn't really know her. Bitch broke out into hives. Started foaming from her mouth. Fam, I just waited for the EMTs to show up and I disappeared in the crowd because the acid started to drop. You are not my responsibility. You are not my responsibility. Can't do it. Got an email from a random Nigerian astronaut. Just getting creative now. Started a GoFundMe for $3.1 million for fuel to get back home. These niggas got jokes. I'm realizing, like, I don't know if I have enough culture because every time I hear a black dude talk with a foreign accent, I am always taken off guard. Fam, every time. Heard a British dude in Ross asking for Pampers and candles, dude. Like, right? With that British accent, I can't even fuck with that. Oh, Ildris Alba ass nigga. Know you from Compton. Putting on a show for these white folks. Fuck out of here with that random shit. I can't do it. I can't do it. I don't know. As you can imagine, I had a rough childhood. Clearly. Yeah. I'm black. Come on now. I'm from LA. This is mayonnaise sandwiches and sugar water. But then, you know, my dad sold cocaine, so like half my life I was kind of rich. That was cool. Yeah, he really sold cocaine. My mom did it and then turned it into crack, which was fun. Yeah. She had superpowers. My mom, I'm telling you, she was like the fastest bitch in the neighborhood. Every time she beat my ass, because she ran track in high school, I felt like she came out of retirement. Oh my God, you know, crack can give you superpowers. You ever fought a crackhead? You will lose. My God, I came home one time after the street lights. You ever got beat in the shower after The Simpsons? When you calmed down and you thought everything was going to be okay, you were safe. When your parents catch you naked and wet, it is raw. White kids don't know about that. But I saw some unicorn rare shit the other day at farmer's market. White dude slapped his son in the back of the head. It was great. I gave him a slow clap. That's facts. I had to. Come on now. I haven't seen white kids get beat in public since the 80s. That was like... Before all that reform law shit, you used to see white kids get stroked out. I see a white boy get knocked out by his mom in a parking lot back in elementary. Bitches were real back in the day. They put them hands on you. Oh, no. Recently got white girl wasted with my mom. You should do that. She'll tell you the truth about shit. Like when people get white girl wasted, they tell you shit they shouldn't have told you. They should have took to the grave. But they're telling you right now. She told me she left me in a fucking KFC bathroom when I was 3 months for 30 minutes. She came back to get me because I was popular, you know what I mean? People were gonna ask questions. People were gonna ask questions. I mean, it is what it is. Come on now. Oh no. A few things from my childhood that I love was like cartoons and cereal. How many people in here fuck with cereal still as adults? Right?
Cereal, bro.
AKA cold top ramen. That shit will get you through some tough times. Nigga, I downed an entire box of Golden Grams. I got so high the other day.
Whoa.
You fuck with dabs, you'll free fall for 90 seconds and eat anything in front of you. And that's what was there. A box of Golden Grams. I didn't even need milk, dude. I just ate it straight out the box with my hand. This shit was gone. So serious. I love cereal so much. Man, as a kid, I used to bleed for my shit. Yeah. You ever heard of a cereal called Captain Crunch?
Oh.
You ate that shit bowl after bowl. And every single parent always wondered, like, why was the leftover milk in the bowl slightly pink if the original flavor was beige? The color was beige. It was the most colorful form of child abuse I've ever witnessed because it sliced into your gums. Bowl after bowl, and you just bled in the bucket of milk. Now, then came the true cover-up. Not a conspiracy theory, this is facts. Captain Crunch with berries. Best cover-up. You're eating a fucking box of rocks. Are you kidding me? They're slicing into your gums each chew, and you continue to do this shit. Yeah. I don't know how many comic books is in the head, how many comic book heads is in the room, but I fucked it up. I'm high as fuck.
In the head, bro.
I can't. I mean, you know, this weed right here is, I mean, Victor, you should smell this weed.
Yeah.
You should. Matter of fact, if you have another blunt, you can roll a blunt up.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah, look at that shit, though.
I hold my son like this.
Oh, God. Oh, that's love. Yeah. What's up, Chaz? You out here winning, nigga. You out here winning. You out here really winning, though. I'm not fucking around. You out here winning.
I believe you.
Oh, shit. I'm really happy for you, man. I never get to see you out here really winning. Goddamn, Chaz. You knocked me off my joke, man. Just wanted to congratulate you, man. How you see
Yeah.
Out here, really appreciate it out here. We'll get back to that. I really wanted to run this one joke. I'm sorry.
There you go.
I'm sorry, Niles. I'll get to the Spider-Man joke. I know, man.
Spider-Man joke.
His Black Panther and Spider-Man, this nigga, he gave me real network joke. I'm fucking up. I know.
Go ahead and say that.
Fuck it. Fuck
You
it.
should probably wrap up with that one. I want to hear it. That's what I meant. I want to hear the Spider-Man joke. Say that shit.
All right, fuck it. We go. All right. So I went to go see the. I don't know how many people saw the Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse.
Yeah.
You fuck with that movie?
Yeah.
Anybody fuck with that movie?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, the family origin story, I feel like was like golden level dysfunction, because the family dysfunction was so real. You gotta understand, this dude had a black cop for a dad. He had a Puerto Rican mom who spoke to him primarily in Spanish, and she was a great cook. It's the makings of a real good superhero right here. Catch-22 is this nigga's uncle was a villain and killed the original Spider-Man in the opening scenes of the goddamn movie. Fuck all that. If you ain't seen that. That's like season 1 of Game of Thrones. You just catch up, Hines. You fucking up. So, I mean, even though Spider-Man in general, Peter Parker is probably within the top 5 of my favorite superheroes ever, because his heroes always come from his real life. You always feel it for that nigga, and he's white, so you really not supposed to, but you do. That's how you know it's real. That's how you know it's real. So that's why I fucks with Peter. But it was something oddly satisfying about watching a male straight superhero get mollywopped. Gotta watch these white niggas lose. It's your turn. This time is up. White bitches getting killed first in horror movies. Getting shot by cops. All bets are off, nigga. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. And it's like one of the first movies like where the white dude dies and the ethnic dude wins. Like Miles Morales picked up his first victory. At 14, Spider-Man got murked. This nigga was the nigga. That part. Niggas always got it tough. Black Panther, same thing. Who was the villain? Killmonger. Who was Killmonger? This nigga's long lost cousin. It's never easy. It's never easy. Wakanda never, nigga. Hashtag that. He was like, nah, Killmonger was the real hero, dog. He was out here for the little guy. He was trying to make everything right. Fuck it. Goddamn colonizers. Just another name for white folks. Facts. They didn't even let that one white nigga speak. Imagine a time like that in the future, where every time a white person spoke, you could just bark at their ass. That would be love. I want to be reborn in the future where black people can hunt down white people with alien fucking tech, reverse technology. We run shit. Oh my god, I'm working on a script right now. It's Hunger Games inspired. It's called Saw. Scary ass white girls. I'll just leave you with that. I'll leave you with that. Oh, you rolled it up.
Yeah, guys, make some noise! Hey, Keith Code Jr. Hey, man, that's this right here is this right here. You weren't fucking lying. You weren't lying.
You're welcome.
Thank you, man. How you doing?
I'm Gucci. Thank you for having me on. I
Thank you
appreciate
for coming
it.
out, man.
Fuck
I
outta
like
here,
your
man.
shirt. You
Thank
look
you.
good.
I
You're
tried.
fucking hilarious.
You told me I was going to be on the show, so I tried to dress up.
And you're on a motherfucking show. Christine, what'd you think?
Great, yeah.
Yeah. Oh shit.
It's
Oh,
going to be
man.
real high right now.
Tell us what you got going on, man. I know you got a lot of shit. I always see you at Skip Town, you know. You're always busy.
I'm trying to stay just in these streets, getting the skills, building these motherfucking bits. I'm working on my own comedy show that I'm co-hosting with Jen Kim.
Okay.
People know Jen Kim, she's the shit. We got a comedy show called Lemon Pepper. It is ethnic derived, meaning like we mainly focus on Asian and black comedians. And we have a token spot for white folks, Mexicans.
Token spot. I love that shit.
And we get it catered. We got food trucks coming in
shit.
June. We're getting it catered right now with lemon pepper wings and a lemon dessert.
Okay.
Tickets will be available on Eventbrite next week, and it's gonna be at a fraternity at USC in the backyard.
That's fucking cool, man. Go check that shit out. Tell us where we can find that.
That's gonna be coming up on Eventbrite. You can come if you follow me on Dingleberry Keith Code Jr. on Instagram. The link will be available next week on Wednesday.
Oh man, I love it, dude. So anything else, man? I love, you know. I
got
appreciate you
shit
coming
low
up.
key coming up. You
Yeah?
know, I got
Low key, huh?
crazy shit last year. I was doing a set at the store. A producer hit me up like 3-4 months later, asked if I was SAG. I was like, nah. And he said, well, that's the only way we could cast you. So I got a little part in a feature. Yeah, coming up this summer. I'm not getting paid. They told me how much I was
Look
making.
at that shit, man. I got 2 talented actors right here, man.
Yeah.
That's a small bullshit part. I get a sweet though. It might get cut, who knows, but it's dope. I get to be on set and shit.
Nah, man,
so.
you keep that shit going. You got to look too.
Yeah, I got something.
I think you
hopefully.
definitely stand out on camera.
Aw.
Motherfucking. Where you from again?
Beverly Hills.
No
born and raised.
shit. Talk about that. What do you mean Beverly Hills? Like.
Born at Cedar Sinai, went to school, private school, went to public school.
So that's where the coke dealing comes in.
Yeah.
Okay.
My dad played in the NFL too.
What?
Yeah, I used to play football in high school, college.
Well, all right. So
That's
the
a whole
NFL.
other-
Which team? I mean, are you like?
Rams and Raiders. He played.
What? That's wild, man. That's pretty interesting.
My uncle got drafted by the Dodgers, but he was in a gang, so he shot somebody and then he went to jail. Yeah.
Fuck.
Niggas got stories.
Right.
Facts, bro.
Yeah, Y'all keep your eyes on Keith, man. Make some fucking noise!
Nice. Here to wrap up the show, ladies and gentlemen. Make some fucking noise one more time for your damn Mimi!
I was trying to think of what I wanted to sing or rap. And I'm gonna rap this song I wrote for my best friend.
Oh, yeah.
For her to sing it to her boyfriend when he makes her sad. Damn right I wanna fuck this nigga. I ain't trippin', I'ma cut this nigga. I just wanna be a fucking hood rat man. Bust it open in the back of the Benz man. He be trippin' while I fuck this nigga. I asked my homegirl why the fuck this nigga. He ain't got enough money in the bank yet. He got at me like I was his little girlfriend. Broke nigga, talking about a bankroll. You don't even know how much your gas tank hold. He the type of nigga lied on his resume. Spend the night a bitch be washing up the resume. Girl, seriously, fuck this nigga. Shoulda never tried to cuff this nigga. He ain't even really tough, this nigga. So that's why I'm trying to bust this nigga. Man, fuck this nigga. Damn right I wanna fuck this nigga. Why you tripping? I'm like, fuck this nigga. Body right, I wanna fuck this nigga. Man, fuck this nigga. Damn right I wanna fuck this nigga. Why you tripping? I'm like, fuck this nigga. Body right, I wanna fuck this nigga. He can tell I wanna fuck this nigga. I be dancing like a slut, got his dick hard. I just wanna twerk something for a real nigga. I just wanna get the next bitch to deal with you. Gotta keep running the cut when I get mad. He gon' trip, then go back to his ex bitch. He can get it right in front of my boyfriend. I'm a very freaky girl and he knows this. Stroke nigga, hard like he's trying to swim. Then he good but not trying to meet your mom and them. He a real nigga when he get mad. He gon' pop into my house on that bullshit. He gon' catch us out in public trying to pull shit. He gon' meet a real nigga at my doorstep. Keep playing like I don't got niggas. Man, you fuck weak bitches, gotta duck this nigga. Man, fuck this nigga. Damn right I wanna fuck this nigga. Why you tripping? I'm like, fuck this nigga. Body right, I wanna fuck this nigga. Man, fuck this nigga. Damn right I wanna fuck this nigga. Why you tripping? I'm like, fuck this nigga. Body right, I wanna fuck this nigga. Y'all are down.
That's a wrap! Hi Tonight Show, only on Channel 310. We'll catch you next week. Thank you so much! Have a good night! I'm gonna bring up Niles here on deck, but right now, make some noise. She's a co-producer on the show. She does so fucking much. She has her own show. What's it? Lila Hart? Small Talk with Lila Hart. I forgot. Anyways, guys, make some fucking noise. It's Lila Hart!
Thank you so much. I'm so excited to be here. Thank you guys so much for being part of the Hi Tonight Show, being part of the studio audience. I'm going to be walking around with these signs, okay, that say, please shut the fuck up. But they say Planet Black right now. Which Planet Black, but I'm going to walk around with these signs that say, please don't talk. And if you're going to talk, move away. But honestly, we don't even have that problem now because give it up for this freaking audio system that we have tonight.
Yeah.
So grateful for that. I just want to say, I'm not to get like emotional and like weird up here, but I've had a very emotional day. It's so amazing that we started with this iPad and one little stupid audio thing that I've yelled at Eric for multiple times for it to be buzzing, and it's so horrible. And to like now have all of these people who believe in Channel 310 part of the team is really amazing. And I just want to thank everybody that comes here every week and support everything that we do at Channel 310 because, you know, stand-up comedy is really difficult and hard, and we are much stronger together than we are apart. So, yeah, Channel 310! Martinez Jr!
Tighten up your shoelace.